Thanks for joining us tonight. Investigators have arrested a suspect in the death of a prominent community activist.
Susan Spiller was found dead after a brutal home invasion in Minneapolis back in 2015. Fox 9's Karen Scullin live for us tonight with the latest on that case. Karen?
Well, it was a case that had gotten cold, but was definitely not forgotten. Police had followed up tips over the years, but it ultimately was forensics that gave police the break that they needed. Susan Spiller, a community activist who fought to keep her neighborhood safe, but ended up being brutally murdered inside her own home back in 2015. Her injury so severe, the medical examiner could only say she died of complex violence. 4 years later, an arrest.
I'm pleased to say that a suspect in this heinous crime has been identified, arrested, and charged.
The break in the case came when fingerprints from the crime scene matched those of a now 18-year-old whose prints were recently put into the system for another unrelated crime. That put the suspect at 14 years old at the time of the crime. He is currently charged as a juvenile, but prosecutors have filed to have him certified to be tried as an adult.
A 14 or 15-year-old can be certified to stand trial in a case such as this if the prosecution proves and if a judge finds by clear and convincing evidence that public safety is not served by keeping that person within juvenile court jurisdiction.
But getting that certification is not easy. And if he is tried and convicted as a juvenile, he will possibly be out of juvenile detention by 19 years old. But he could get what's called extended juvenile jurisdiction. Now that would hold him until the age of 22. A set of facts, though, that may be tough for family members and friends who are still grieving.
The Spiller family and members of the community have waited almost 4 years. And throughout those years, they remained supportive of the MPD and the investigation, calling in with tips and offering their support.
That certification process can take about 3 months. The suspect is currently charged with second-degree murder and is being held in juvenile detention. We're live in North Minneapolis. Karen Scullin, Fox 9.